Don't test me why your heart screams every night.
Hey everyone, Michael Devlin, the session drummer here, and welcome to episode 5 of The Drum Lesson. Now before I go on with today's lesson, let me explain where I've been in the past 2 to 3 weeks. Well, I had a little bit of an accident. I tripped over my 2 big feet and I fell down 15 sets of stairs and landed face first on a concrete ground. So I went to the hospital and I came out with a concussion, a black eye and a fractured finger. I'm a little clumsy sometimes. I was bedbound for a few days due to the concussion, and it wasn't until I hit the end of the 2nd week I was able to drum again due to my finger. But even then it was still sore. But nevertheless, enough about me, let's get started. Now today's lesson, I'm going to break down the double stroke technique for your feet, or the heel toe technique as it's also called. Hope you enjoy. Now I must confess, I started late on doing this technique, so I'm still practicing and learning different ways myself, but I'm showing good results so far. This is how I got starting off with this technique. I started going at 90 BPM, and just for 5 minutes I just kept on repeating that pattern. Right, right, left, left. Now it's important to know that I'm using my thighs to do this motion, but once you start feeling more comfortable with this, gradually start pumping up the tempo to 95 or 100 BPM. Now I would advise to pump up the tempo at 5 bits at a time, just so that your muscles can get used to the motion. And the more faster you get, the more you get to use your ankles in this motion. And funny fact, you don't have to use your heel to do this motion. There are other ways around it as well. So here are some warm-up exercises for you to try. The first warm-up is the same warm-up I showed you a couple of weeks ago for your feet. So it's in a 2-bar pattern. The first bar is you're playing 8th notes, and the second bar you're playing 16th notes. And again, in the second bar you're going to be finishing on the 3rd note, and on the 4th note is a rest. But instead of using singles, you're going to be using doubles. Now the second warm-up is optional if you feel more comfortable with the first one. So instead of 2 bars, you're going to be using 4 bars. So the first 2 bars, you're going to be playing 8th notes, and on the other 2 bars, you're going to be playing 16th notes. And again, on the 4th bar, you're going to be finishing on the 3rd note, and on the 4th note is a rest. can also add in some hand beats if you feel like you want to keep things interesting. Have a look at one of my other videos where I'm talking about different hand beat patterns while you're doing double bass patterns, and I will leave that for you up there. And again, do these warm-ups for 30 minutes max and do them individually. So start off at 100 BPM or lower if it's more comfortable for you, and do this for about 5 minutes with a 1 minute rest in between, and gradually, when it's more comfortable for you, pump up the tempo. So that's it for today's lesson, guys. Tune in next week, where I'll be talking about more hand warm-ups and breaking them down for those who are struggling with it. And as always, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment if there's anything you want me to talk over with you, or if there's anything you want me to break down for you. Thanks, guys. See you soon.